We've got an incredibly important radio transmission lined up for you today. Thank you so much for joining us. Charlie Sheen is coming up in the third segment of this hour with the winner of the 20 Minutes with the President contest. It is the 29th day of November 2009 on this Sunday edition. Webster Griffin Tarpley to talk about ClimateGate in the last 30 minutes of the radio broadcast today, and just so many other important police state issues and economic issues that we are going to be covering as well. On top of all that, 4 police shot dead in coffee shop in Washington State in a suburb of Seattle, killed execution style. Is it drug related? Or will they claim that Islamist terrorists did it? We are all trying to analyze this right now and find out what's happening. But again, Charlie Sheen coming up in T-minus 15 minutes from now, live with us on air. Then we're going to get the winner of the 20 Minutes with the President contest, video contest that was really the brainchild of Charlie Sheen, the idea of taking the 20 key points in a interview with the president, an interview, a dialogue he wishes would happen to bring more attention to 9/11 Truth and why those of us at 9/11 Truth question the official fable. So that is coming up. We are also going to be taking your phone calls later on, but the phones aren't open quite yet. Here is the stack on the ClimateGate information I have. We're going to be covering this after Charlie Sheen leaves us at about 45 after. He's going to do 2 segments with us tonight. Climate change. This is the worst scientific scandal of our generation. More than that, I can't think of a scientific fraud in the last couple hundred years bigger than this, other than the Nazis and their scientific fraud. Everything they did was claimed through their pseudoscience of the Aryan race and the world, the global government they were going to build based on eugenics. But when you realize that this is part of eugenics, the whole global warming, man-made global warming movement is, then it makes total and complete sense. Lord Mockton was on with us Friday for over an hour, an incredible interview. He went further than he's ever gone in the past. He said, shut down the United Nations, arrest Al Gore. The video clips of that and the key article written by Paul Joseph Watson are up on Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com. And on Google searches, the #1 search in the last week has been ClimateGate. So even though a lot of the mainstream media is blacking out this news story and trying to spin it when they do report on it, the #1 issue on the web is ClimateGate, fully eclipsing the fraud of man-made global warming. Also, I keep getting emails and phone calls here to the office saying I work for the oil companies. Later, I'm going to go over The Guardian, The New York Times, Bloomberg. Exxon chief backs carbon tax. That's London Guardian. Bloomberg, Shell calls for global expansion of cap-and-trade CO2 programs. We're going to play a video clip of an international TV ad running with Dutch Royal Shell calling for a global tax. Here's another article. Shell, cap and trade is a good thing. So I want to go over that and point out that the media keeps saying on health care that the insurance companies are against it when they wrote the bill and admit it. The oil companies are behind the cap and trade scam. It's all coming up. Plus, climate change data dumped, Times Online, Times of London. The East Anglia head UN university that they got all their data from has now destroyed the data. They're in a lot of trouble. That's coming up as well. Stay with us. We're going to cover ClimateGate, then Charlie Sheen live, ladies and gentlemen, on this Sunday, 29th day of November 2009 edition. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Have you ever wanted to generate your own supply of electrical power? If so, this is going to be the most important message you will ever hear. Solar-powered generators are now available from Solutions from Science in Thompson, Illinois. These emergency backup systems provide life-saving electrical power when you need it most. Unlike gas generators, a solar generator runs quietly, emits no fumes, and produces electricity for free. It's like having an electric power plant running quietly in your own home. Run sump pumps, shortwave radios, computers, and even keep food from spoiling. Whether it's hurricanes, ice storms, brownouts, or blackouts, you'll never have to suffer through painful power outages again. When the power goes out, you'll be ready. With a solar-powered generator from Solutions from Science. Go to mysolarbackup.com and get off the grid today. That's mysolarbackup.com. Or call 877-327-0365. 877-327-0365. Don't wait. Call today.
From his Central Texas Command Center, deep behind enemy lines, the information war continues. It's Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
Well, I'm here live Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'm Alex Jones, your host. You have found at the front lines of the info war. It's not about left and right. It's about justice. It's about integrity. It's about exposing the world government openly being set up by a private group of central banks across the planet. And there could no longer be any denial. The head of the UN, the head of the EU, Al Gore, all these world leaders are announcing planetary government is here. And the global cap and trade, cap and tax system is the funding mechanism for their world government. And we are now more than a week into ClimateGate, internal emails and documents from inside the East Anglia University in England, the main university, sourced and used as one of three climate centers to study man-made global warming, engaged in premeditated fraud with the UN, the NASA Goddard Space Center, and more. We'll give you all the latest developments on that coming up. We are also, of course, going to be interviewing Charlie Sheen live on air coming up in the next segment on this 29th day of November 2009 on this live Sunday edition. Charlie Sheen is coming up this evening with us live on air with the winner of the 20 Minutes with the President.com contest. And we'll give you more details of that coming up this evening. Very appreciative to Charlie and having the idea to do this and all that he's been doing, exposing false flag stage government terrorism like 9/11. We are here to expose frauds. We are here to expose hoaxes. We are here to tell the truth about what's happening in our planet. Justice be done, may the heavens fall. Tell the truth, let the chips fall where they may. Okay. Friday, I wasn't intending to come in and do a live radio show, but Jesse Ventura contacted me and said, Alex, I'm getting ready to do a big media blitz Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday ahead of American Conspiracy. Well, that's the name of his new book. The show was going to be called American Conspiracy, a name I coined. But so they call it Conspiracy Theory. Wednesday, 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central on True TV, their big show of the winter, December 3rd, next Wednesday. So I had Jesse Ventura on for more than an hour Friday. And thank God we came in because Lord Monckton, Viscount, British Viscount, contacted us and said, I would love to come on Friday. So we had Viscount Christopher Monckton on, blowing the whistle on the world government takeover plan. An incredible interview posted at Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com. And he, in a devastatingly efficient and focused fashion, like a particle beam at the CERN reactor, focuses in on all the lies and fraud of ClimateGate. It's an amazing interview. I'm tempted to re-air it this week or maybe even next Sunday because it is so powerful. Webster Griffin Tarpley joining us, historian, economist, to break down the scientific fraud of man-made global warming in the aftermath of ClimateGate being the #1 news story worldwide in the last week. And I'm very proud that Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com last Thursday were amongst the first major alternative news websites to link to the WikiLeaks documents with ClimateGate.